take for my people to truly realize that we're not welcome here. And it really doesn't matter whether you
I understand. I want to be, first of all, empathetic and compassionate to the fact that I understand where he is coming from. So let me get that out of the way. I agree that there's some level of bias in any culture you go live in. And what I mean by that is I grew up, my father is from Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean. I am of East Indian descent, and my mother is from Venezuela. And I too actually was a huge, I'm still am a huge supporter of Vivek Ramaswamy. I live right now in Iowa. I attended his talks when he came to Iowa. I even voted for him during the caucuses. And of course, he lost. And I was starting to talk with this exact same tone. Like I was like, I was like feeling like, man, this country's not ready for people of other. And then I stopped myself because I realized in that moment that I was buying the lie. And it takes a real strong spiritual journey into your soul, and you have to dive deep and you have to confront a lot of darkness in yourself to not go there, because it's easy to go there. It's so easy. The world's set up that way. But the one thing that I've come to learn over the years over traveling, because I've traveled to India, I've traveled all through South America. I grew up in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago mainly, and I've traveled across the entire United States. So I have a unique perspective on the human condition, and I'm very big into reading a lot of books from different gurus and understanding. But if you really stop and dissect that mindset real quick, you'll realize it's a lie. It's a lie because in every group around the world, you will find millionaires, you will find wealthy people, you will find people who have made it through struggles and strife and have achieved the highest levels of their existence. Just as much as you will find those who struggle and don't get anywhere, right? And they're stuck somewhere. So what I think happens is, as human beings, we tend to uh, go through certain struggles in life, and even right now I could easily go down that road, right? I'm unemployed, I'm having a few struggles of my own. I can easily point the finger and say it's the white man, or it's the Israel. It's where I could point the finger anywhere. But I've learned a long time ago that that's a dangerous mindset to have, because it robs you of the ability to claim your sovereignty and your internal spiritual power, your soul, and to contribute something meaningful to the world, whether it's through art, through business, through helping your community, through coming up with an invention, to whatever it is that your heart's content. You can't put that energy on that thing that's you, because you're too busy worried about how things are whitewashed, or the white man's keeping us down, or whatever, right? Like, I come from a family in the Caribbean that had nothing to do with America. And my grandfather was a very wealthy businessman, and he was a journalist, and he even got an award for it in the Caribbean. And on my mother's side in Venezuela, that was back when Venezuela had nothing to do with the US, and they did well for themselves, right? And they're not white people. These are people who were just plugged into an economic system, and they didn't have time to stop and worry about who's over who. They just did what they had to do. They just made it happen. And even Vivek, I'm glad you showed Vivek, because even Vivek is a testament to the fact that he didn't stop to worry about whitewashing and all this. I'm sure right now, if you go talk to Vivek, he wouldn't dwell on these things, because he knows he's got a bigger job to do. He's got to put himself in the world. You got to show up, you got to come to the game, you got to bring presence, and biases are always going to be there. I've been to India. There's a lot of biases in India: skin color, caste system, economic positioning, right? In the Caribbean, same thing. In Venezuela and in South America, same thing. And here in the United States, we got the same thing. You go to Europe, the same thing. You go to a Muslim country, you got the same thing. It's just a human thing. Once we understand that and we accept it, now the power within you begins, because now you can put yourself into the world and show up with presence, and you don't have to be or allow the world to victimize you. So I think that would be my only critique about that type of thinking. I understand the frustration. Believe me, I get it. But there's a level above that frustration, and I'm hoping this video would help whoever's listening. Thanks for listening. That's just my 2 cents. God bless. Take care.